Hey, fellow babies, and welcome to the show fueled by fire and brimstone. No, I'm just kidding. It's pot and booze.
I don't know about that. Yeah, right. and a poorly dunk. Oh, hang on, my lips aren't moving. Oh God, am I talking? Am I here?
Yeah, you are. In spirit only, though. Yeah,
that's better. That's better. Yeah, I've got a stinky cold, so all you bastards in the chat there, you appreciate this, me turning up to it tonight because, quite frankly,
bastards.
I've got a bit of a cold.
Yeah.
Actually, pre-show, I was going to create a mask and then put a colour filter in OBS to make my nose all red. But I just, quite frankly, couldn't be asked.
That's when you know he's not feeling well, when the gag isn't even well, No.
Oh well, never mind. You can just pretend.
Yeah, pretend.
Yeah.
So
what's new? What's happening?
We'll leave my PayPal rant for a minute, but they fucking pissed me off again. Let's see here. Where do we start today? If you're a Formula One fan and you haven't watched the race, I won't spoil it for you, but it was really, really good. Lots of good strategy and stuff going on. And the dominance is basically over. It's a free-for-all till the end of the season, I think. It's going to be awesome. If you don't watch Formula One, you have no idea what I just said. Don't worry about it.
Oh, thank God for that. I thought I had something to worry about then.
Yeah, I mean, right there, I sounded like a British person talking to a Canadian about cricket. We don't get that either.
Crickets. Or tumbleweed, whatever.
Yeah. I'm in the West, but not the Old West, so we don't get tumbleweeds. Actually, that's not true. You can actually get tumbleweeds in my area. True shit.
Can you?
You really can. Yeah.
They're called bin bags, aren't they?
No, that's more like in Nelson, BC, where the hippies live. You get out near Nelson, BC, and you'll see people with a garbage bag over their shoulder, and we call it the Nelson suitcase. That's when they're hitchhiking somewhere.
Brilliant.
Yeah. It's usually full of weed. A lot of weed used to get grown up there. Now that it's legal, I don't think so much, but I don't know. Well,
that's a big bag of weed.
Well, yeah. I mean, it depends. I've seen bigger.
I'm sure you have.
Yeah. But yeah, I was just talking about the whole legalization of it up here in Canada. I went and bought something today. More of a THC than a CBD. Most of you probably know I smoke a lot of CBD for fibromyalgia pain management. But I went to get the more Stony Stone stuff, and it was $80 for an ounce of really, really good stuff. 12 years ago, that would have been $200-ish for sure.
An ounce?
Oh, yeah. That
doesn't sound like a lot.
200 well, even then, that was a decent price compared to what some people would have paid, and they would have got like swaggy, right? But yeah, $80, man, 73 something with tax, $80 out the door or whatever it was. Awesome. Yeah, the one shop close to me, they always work their prices out so that after taxes, it's $80, it's $90 or whatever. They just make it simple. It's awesome. Except if they're rounding up. I just thought of that.
Back to PayPal again.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh, is it me or is it getting hot in here?
I
think it's just me.
Probably. Yeah, Liz, BC Bud was famous. Still kind of is, too. The old skunk weed, Northern Lights number 4, I think it was called properly. I don't know.
Yeah, you're talking another language again.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the show of 1,000 languages. They're all English, and yet they're not.
Just no idea what you're on about.
Yeah, I don't think I know anymore either. Joel in the chat says, "Are you sure it's not menopause there, Dunk?"
Could be. I think it's probably a bit late for menopause for me. I think that's already happened. That been and went.
You can always tell menopause because your balls get 2/3 of the way to your knees, but then they start going back up because eventually they're going to go back home to whence they came, right?
Oh dear. Oh, I'll just go and check.
Yeah. When you get to the point where you feel like you have your own set of those truck nuts, then you know it's coming.
I can't see my balls at the minute because I've got some TikToker chewing on them.
Oh, so speaking of TikToker, some musician, some African American black guy, whatever you want to say, I don't care. It's not insulting. A good musician too. He jumped on the bandwagon for this corn on the cob. You put it on a drill so that you can just put your teeth on it and spin the drill and clean a corn real quick. You know, kind of like a cartoon character. Yeah. And
how many did he lose?
He his 2 front teeth, one chipped, one completely gone.
Fucking hell.
But afterwards, he released that it was BS or something, like it was actually a gag. Yeah, which is cool because somebody must have either that or he's lying about it because he doesn't want to look stupid. But it's a really good fake if you can fake teeth missing, unless you've got like dunk skills with video editing, right?
You just get a Sharpie and blacken them up like they did in the old days.
Maybe, but with doing it against the corn, because the corn was disappearing from the cob, wouldn't that rub the Sharpie away, or you know?
I don't know. Maybe he wasn't using his teeth. He had a chisel. Just like turning it like a lathe.
Kevin Woldridge in the chat. He forgot to fist it.
It's funny. It's funny because I used to love corn on the cob and made some fairly recently. But my actual teeth now are just so loose and wobbly that I couldn't eat it.
Yeah,
I was trying to bite it with my back teeth. What's left of them as well? It's like you can't eat corn on the cob like that.
Yeah, that's when you upend it, use a fork and a knife, and turn it into niblets, right?
Yeah, but that's not the same.
I know. Yeah.
Dear God, that's what we like.
Yeah. Speaking of corn, thing my dad used to always do would the creamed corn you get in the can, the real gooey stuff.
Oh no, yeah, but you'll know it. Yeah,
that's his topping for mashed potatoes. So Mom and I would have gravy, and he would get out the creamed corn and dump some on the mashed potatoes, and I just used to shake my head every time. That's wrong.
I can see how that could work. I mean, it's not for me.
No,
but I can see it could work.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're just being a snob.
Yeah, it was my father, so everything he did was wrong because I was young and stupid.
And smarter than him, obviously.
Obviously, by the age of 5, as far as I was concerned, right?
Oh, dear.
So PayPal then? Should we just do the PayPal story?
Oh, and you do the story, I can put my feet up and listen.
Okay, it won't take that long, but... So, I had to send somebody money today. That was a huge burp. You're so lucky I muted.
I thought you were just having a heart attack because you sent somebody some money.
I was. So I had to send $315 American, right? So I log into PayPal. I put in that person's address to send it to, and the thing comes up with Canada on the left and American on the right. So I can send Canadian and it'll figure out how much it is in American, or I can just type in how much I want to send in American and it'll figure out how much that is Canadian, right? So I did. I put $315.00. I click the thingy and it goes, oh, okay, use from this balance and this balance, blah, blah. Here's your grand total. I click send. The person sends me a screenshot 10 minutes later. They received $300 American. So why is there a thing for me to ask how much I want to send? The fees are on top of how much I want to send. They don't come out of it. They're on top because there's like a bill of sale at the end of it. Why ask me if I want to send a dollar amount when you're just going to decide for yourself to make it something else? Where did the $15 go? Because It had nothing to do with the fees or anything. That's all calculated out in the tally, right? So I got on their little one-on-one chat thing and I said, hey, you know, blah, blah. And the person goes, no, that's just the fees. I said, well, no, because it was already itemized out. Oh, no, that's currency conversion. Well, no, it's not, because I put in that I wanted to send $315 American. You did the conversion from my Canadian balance to make it right. And so far, I haven't heard back from them yet. It just went silent. Yeah.
City buggers.
So, you know, be careful. Like at this point, I'm considering going back to double check with people and go, how much did you really get that time? Can you send me a screenshot, please? How much did you get? And so on. And I want to know because I'm a little concerned right now.
Yeah, might be worth checking out.
Yeah, but PJ CNET in the chat says they probably used a crappy exchange rate in their favor, but they did that. When I put in 315, it calculates how much Canadian of my balance has to go. So why do that if you're going to recalculate 15 seconds later and go, oh, look, you lost? I mean, this isn't a lottery, right? This isn't a fucking fruit machine.
Yeah, is the economy suddenly collapsing in the USA over 15 seconds?
Yeah, you know? So, but I'm not letting it go.
No.
Yeah, you know, but yeah, you know,
you wouldn't be Dick Dawson if you let it go.
Fuck no.
Throwing out loud.
Yeah, I'll be all over this. I can't stand this.
Yeah.
And if this is the case, and this is the way they're doing it now, because I'm pretty sure this didn't used to be the case. I've done purchases with people before, and when they say, oh, this is the amount on Amazon, and I say, here's the money, nobody's ever gotten back to me before and said, well, how come you didn't send it all? Right? This has never happened, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know.
I don't know. I don't know.
But if it's some new thing they're doing, I will be looking into a new service.
I mean, it's kind of funny, really, that we all kind of like just use PayPal because it's there and it's convenient and it's simple. And it came along when the bloody banks hadn't figured something out. I mean, surely the banks can come together and just like figure out some kind, because all it is just like a bank transfer from, you know, one account to another, essentially. You know, why can't just banks manage to figure that one out? And
again, KK's and Gigi in the chat says it's the conversion, right? But still, again, that doesn't make sense to me, because Annette and I didn't go and do, you know, oh, okay, so it's this much American, look up the exchange rate, blah, 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 and then pick the right amount. I put in how much I wanted to send in American dollars. So how can PayPal change it on me in the 15 seconds it took to finally click go after that? Right? To me, this is like basically theft, because I said 315 American, right? I didn't do the conversion myself and go, oh, okay, so that's $440 Canadian or whatever, right? No, PayPal did it for me. Right? If they're going to come back at me and say, oh, no, because, you know, blah, blah, and whatnot, I'll be like, well, then why are you asking me how much in American I'm sending? Why is that panel there if it's not accurate? Why do you even do that? Doesn't make sense to me. You know? Right? You know, they lay it all out just like a receipt. It said, you're sending this, you know, transaction fee, blah, blah. So in the end, it's going to cost you this much. Okay, boom, go. Right? So, yeah, I'm not going to keep going on and on about it. But the thing I just can't understand is why ask me how much I want to send in American if they're not going to get that amount? Like that. That's like, oh, would you like a plane ticket to go to London, England? Oh, well, London, Ontario was close enough. I mean, you know, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll let you know how it plays out, but I'm pissed. Yeah, Jonesy in the chat says, that's what I do, and when I donate, it's a proper amount. Works every time. And you get what I sent. PayPal fucked up. That's what I'm saying, right? This is bullshit. But, anyway, we don't want to just make this the PayPal rant show because everybody's had at least one bad experience with them. They let me get ripped off for $200 once, and I complained about it all to hell, and they were just like, we don't see a problem here. It's like, really, you look through my history. Have you ever seen me use hotels.com?
Only for the murdering.
Yeah. I said, for God's sakes, I'm on disability with fibromyalgia. I don't travel. I go 20 minutes to the furthest store is the farthest I go, man. What the hell? I don't need hotel things.
Well, it's a long walk. Maybe you need to stop over on the way back.
Yeah. Every 10 minutes, I got to stop for 24 hours, right? Grab a room. I was so mad, I was so mad. Oh, man. But anyway. What else is going on in the world?
Don't know. I haven't looked. Dare not look outside the bloody door. What is going on?
Yeah.
Russia, something.
Oh, yeah,
sure.
yeah. Oh, South Korea is now coming out of their neutrality and considering sending armaments and weapons to Ukraine because of North Korea's bullshit with the orcs. Yeah.
That's funny.
I like it. They're probably going to send over 300 or 400 failed K-pop singers with rifles or something. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. We'll sing them to death.
Yeah.
I mean, they might need to keep their weapons. I'm just saying. Maybe they shouldn't be giving them all away.
Yeah. They're. Yeah. Right. The old Legion of Doom.
I hate this world we fucking live in right now. What? Oh,
yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's we have all those 80 years since the end of the Second World War and all that kind of stuff, or 80 years since D-Day and all. Yeah. And you think, well, what did they do it for? Honest to God, really?
Yeah.
We're still at each other's throats everywhere around the world.
Yeah. At its core, powerful humans still suck balls for the most part because this is the bullshit that they tend to end up doing. Unbelievable.
Yeah, you got Israel now talking about invading Lebanon.
Oh God.
I know. just what you need.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more instability in the Middle East.
Just imagine if you could, if you had one of those genie moments and you had 3 wishes, and one of them was, yeah, I know, but just follow me along here. So you do 2 wishes that are self-serving, like good health and the next lottery win number or whatever, right? But then your third one, you say, from this moment forward, there'll never be another war based on religion or anything to do with faith and belief. The world would be overpopulated pretty quick. I mean, because there's so much battle between people over, who the fuck cares that one person believes something different than you? Does it matter? Why?
Well, you put a PayPal might not say that to you,
Especially when I'm standing out there fucking office doors with a machete,
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? I mean, how long does people have to hate each other over a difference in belief before you finally just go, okay, yeah, just piss off, I mean, I get the whole thing with the core part over in the Middle East where we want that chunk of land because of reasons, and no, we want it. No, I get why that's still going on because it's the core of belief systems, but take the belief part out of it and there's no reason to fight over it. Nobody would care,
No, I think they just use that side of it to rile people up to make it sound like they agree, but actually beneath it all is like an economic or geopolitical reason for them to do it. This has got nothing to do with belief, but we'll make you believe that it's belief.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't care anymore. Just
I know.
Them all up.
There
was an old science fiction movie where an alien came and took all these people from Earth and gave them all these capsules that they can use for life or death. And when they like, they basically the premise was that the user can then just like open up coordinate on Earth. Oh, he's gone.
I don't know what just happened there. I hit my mute button and it changed OBS. I got something crossed wires here. I won't do that again.
I thought he's got bored already.
Yeah, no, that was weird.
I thought he just started. He's got bored already.
yeah.
But anyway, the idea was that these people could just like say a coordinate system to this capsule, and it would just like kill people within like a 3,000-mile radius or whatever.
Wow.
And in the end, there was some Russian guy at it. The Russian military were trying to get hold of the capsules because obviously they could attack America with it, and there's all this like toing and froing. And in the end, the scientist gets all the capsules together and sends them all out covers the entire world with these capsules, and just like, and they're going, "What are you doing? Yeah, you're going to kill everybody," and all this kind of stuff. And he goes, yeah, but there's a reason for this. The alien said it was for life or death. And what happened basically is these capsules killed off anybody who had like a warring intent. So basically made the planet peaceful. However, two things on that. How could this scientist be sure that it was going to happen? Because it was just a theory. Just an idea, I'll give it a go. Might not work. And also, he's just committed genocide. Okay, he's killed off all the evil people in the world, but that is still genocide.
That's actually true.
Yeah. It's like...
It's not genocide against a people, more an ideal. The ideal of being bad.
And how does the capsule choose? It's like, did it just like kill off people that listen to rock and roll music as well, just in case they turned into evil people, or some kid who's stolen a chocolate bar from a shop because they might turn into evil too. So who
set the criteria and the judgment, right?
I know it's like the film ended like in like 5 minutes when just like and the world's now peace and all this kind of stuff. So, oh, wait a minute, this is the interesting part of the film. The rest of it was fucking dull up to now. Now there's so many questions you just opened up, and it's like, oh no.
Yeah.
Hey, 1950s, eh? What can you expect?
Yeah. No, that's there was if I can remember, there was a similar thing in a science fiction book I read once where everybody assumed one thing and very bad, but actually the message wasn't. It was just bad if you're bad, right? And there was like chaos and panic and blah, blah. And one person finally figured it out. It's like, this is a riddle. Yeah. It's one of those, like, I think it was like an old school 60s sci-fi book that you'd never find now,
Yeah. I used to read all that kind of stuff.
Oh, me too.
Lots of short story books and stuff like that.
Oh, Ellery Queen and whatnot, Oh, yeah. Love that. That was awesome.
I loved them because they were short stories and you didn't have to concentrate too hard. My brain.
Is that why you're in visual effects and not script writing?
Yes. I can only think for 250 frames a second.
Yeah. But actually, with a lot of the stuff we're getting these days, script writing is a lost art now because holy, like the massacring that the Acolyte has taken in the press and the critics and stuff. Holy man.
Yeah.
People bitched about what was it? The Solo movie?
Oh yeah, they bitched about Solo. They bitched about the Kenobi one.
And
there was
the Bounty Hunter TV show people didn't seem to like that much. Boba Fett.
Yeah, there was another one as well, wasn't there? Ashoka. That was it.
Yeah. Ashoka was kind of iffy. But the Acolyte, it's got like a 3.4 rating on IMDb. Holy God. That's bad.
Being hammered on Rotten Tomatoes and stuff like that.
Yeah. Optic in the chat says Boba was not bad. I agree. I actually liked it, especially with Ming Na Wan or whatever her name is there. I thought she was awesome in it.
Yeah.
I was glad she came over from the Mandalorian scenes.
Yeah, I didn't like Boba Fett very much. I mean, I was always amazed that he went into the Sarlacc pit to get his outfit back.
Yeah,
and somehow it was like 10 sizes bigger now.
yeah, because he's a chubber now, right? Yeah. What's his name? My son really likes that guy. He's from New Zealand. Tamara Morrison. Yeah.
And of course, it wasn't him in the original outfit back in Empire and Jedi. It was
no.
Another guy. I can't remember his name now.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't come along until the prequels, right?
That's right. Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But yeah, that Acolyte, you know, one day drunk, I'm going to download it just to watch episode 1 or something to see really how bad it is.
I think from what I can tell is you have to get to at least episode 3 before you start smashing your face against the screen and shouting at passing vehicles.
Yeah, before you become that dog that hates the mailman, right?
Yeah, because I think it was like episode 1. It's not really good. Episode 2. Ooh, oh dear, that's not great. Episode 3 is like, what the fuck is going on? Episode 4 is like, no way, no more.
Yeah, that's what the DC universe did to my son and I. We liked The Flash and Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow. We liked those shows, right? Supergirl season 1, when it still had what's her name in it, Harrison Ford's wife, was really good, but afterwards it got a little bit rough. But they came out with Stargirl, which is the golden age, like from the earlier days of superheroes, supposedly, right? Before some of these other people came along. And I thought, oh, cool, we'll check that out. And it was kids in high school that are running around at night in costumes, supposedly battling the evil guys. But they were in a small town in America of like 6,000, 8,000 people. It was so stupid. It made me just so angry. I was like, oh, didn't have to make it a teeny show, did you?
It makes the Scooby-Doo gang look like professionals.
Exactly. You know? Oh, it was so bad. You know, my son and I tried watching it, and we watched like 4 episodes, and he wasn't even paying attention, and I was just rolling my eyes, and that was that. We didn't, you know.
I noticed something the other day. There's a trailer coming out for The Famous Five. Now, I don't know if you got The Famous Five over there across that side of the pond, because it's a very quintessential British storybook by Enid Blyton. About, you know, just 5 kids who have a rollicking adventure and go and sort out things and have sandwiches and tea and lots of jolly lemonade and stuff like that. Real shit. But you know, so like, but you can imagine it. You know, all the girls are in their little, you know, gingham dresses, and all the boys are boys in their long shorts, and you know, I say what ho Roger, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And well, anyway, they've made a movie of it, which is kind of odd, because I can't imagine. I think the audience for it are all dead. I'm not too sure that was why they're doing it. But one thing that kind of like, so like, it bothers me in a way, is that they've made 2 of the children black, and I'm not even too sure if they've changed some of the, you know, or changed the sex of one of the characters, because there was like 2 boys in it. I thought it was 3 boys and 2 girls. I can't remember, but I thought that was very, very odd. Not that I'm against, like, you know, inclusivity and stuff like that,
right?
But it just doesn't fit with the kind of like storyline. You know, they were just like 5 posh little white kids. There was and by doing it, it becomes fucking obvious that you're trying to do the inclusivity thing. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, okay, you made 2 of the characters kids black. They weren't black in the books. You certainly weren't on the covers of you know, of the books. You know, 2 black kids. But it's just like, you done it. It's just so obvious. And yet, funny thing is, if you look back at the old, similar to like Lion of storybooks, the kids' books, which was the it's like the Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe and stuff like that. When they made the films of those, they were all just like white kids because that's what they were in the story, and they kind of stuck to the gun. They stuck to the original. It's just just kind of weird how you're seeing more and more of that sort of thing happening when. Was there a good reason for it? Was it right to do that?
Yeah.
And it's a hard argument to have, really.
When you were first telling the beginning of the story, did you see I was very much like doing something in the background?
Yeah, I just thought you could be bothered to listen to me.
No, I was trying to listen, and I followed pretty good, but I was trying to fix the fact that I hit my mute key and it changed the scene in OBS. And I thought I fixed it, but it muted me and I couldn't unmute myself. So I was in a panic trying to fix the software again so the fucking mute button would fit. Oh.
I was thinking, thank God Dick Dawson's not interrupting me. I'm getting a story out.
Did you do it? But this is why I got to pull the software back a step because it's getting worse, right? It's getting worse.
Dear.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I was all set to do it, and then I lazed out because I needed a day, and then I didn't have the time, right? So
yeah,
I'm going to start in the morning.
Anyway, no one needs to hear that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
but that's why I was being a twit in the background.
PJ says it as well. They sometimes show historical dramas where they're mixed races in places where there simply wasn't for inclusivity.
Oh yeah, I've seen that too, and I understand why people are trying to do it. But why put your story in a period where it doesn't fit if you want to have a very inclusive cast? Why not just bring it forward? I mean, eventually you're gonna mutate people into thinking that was actually the case, right? If we forget our history when we're assholes, we're bound to repeat it. You shouldn't forget the times when you're assholes. You can't.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. So, like, if they made a modern day version of the American Civil War and how it stood, and you'll have Lincoln there who's trying to free the slaves, but hang on, Abraham Lincoln's being played by a black guy. It's like just Idris Elba in there. He was available. He's great.
Churchill's a Mexican in a World War II flick.
Yeah.
No, man, we will never surrender.
Because that's the one things I love about those historical things when they actually face racism and talk about it. And like Glory was a great movie about the 54th Massachusetts regiment, which was an entirely black regiment.
Oh,
and it deals with racism, the heart of racism,
honestly,
during that period, and it's honest. Well, and it's mostly a black cast with what's his name, Inspector Gadget. Ferris Bueller plays the captain, Colonel Shaw. Of the regiment. So it's absolutely stunning film, absolutely brilliant.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah. Oh no, it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic.
I don't usually step and watch much for war films and stuff, but because of what you're saying about that one, this one would be different, and I think I would enjoy it.
Yeah, obviously it does have battles in it, but what lies underneath it is a much bigger story than just what happened during the war.
Yeah,
that was the Civil War. That is, but it's fantastic.
Cool.
Next thing Doug is going to say that Bridgerton isn't historically accurate. I wouldn't know. Not watched it. Don't care.
What was the word? Isn't historically accurate?
Bridgerton.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's some TV show. Now, one thing I did watch yesterday, I was telling Dick about it. It was absolutely 100% historically accurate. Which was the the Al Yankovic story movie. It's the best thing I've seen Daniel Radcliffe in ever, because I hate Harry Potter.
I've never watched a Harry Potter movie.
Don't. But that is absolutely fantastic. And if you haven't seen it, you got to watch it because it's fantastic. That's my recommendation for the week.
All right. There we go. You know what? That should be a segment with a stinger. Dunk's recommendation of the week. Or something, right? You know?
Well, last week it was a space milkshake, and I don't know if we got around to talking about that, but that's another one you got to check out. With you got to watch Space Milkshake, if nothing else, because it's got oh god, what's his name?
Milkshakes in Space.
The guy who plays Sulu. Oh god, well, sorry, my cold is really wrecking my memory tonight. The guy who plays Sulu in Star Trek.
George Takei, yeah.
Yeah, he plays an evil rubber duck.
I'm sorry, what?
He plays an evil rubber duck.
Interesting.
It's worth watching. Cheap as Chips. It's a terrible movie. Cheap as Chips. It's got Amanda Tapping from Stargate. It's got Billy Boyd, who was in all the Lord of the Rings movies. And
who did he play?
One of the Hobbits.
Oh.
Don't ask me which one. Just one of the short
idiots.
ones.
Yeah, he's not the one that did the mission. He's one of the other idiots, right?
Probably.
Probably played Pippin, because the guy in Lost was not named that, and he's the other idiot Hobbit, right? So okay, yeah.
Somebody will know. Somebody will tell you who he played, but I wouldn't know.
Oh, Kelly's Heroes. Yeah.
Oh, love Kelly's Heroes.
That would be a good idea to pick something like Kelly's Heroes as do a movie night in the Discord. We haven't done that in a while. Yeah. My son wanted pizza tonight, so I'll ask him if he's eating with me or alone. I'll know if I have time or not, right?
Yeah. Whether you get a slice or not.
Yeah.
Here's another thing PJ brought up is that if you're watching a World War II movie, sometimes they'll modernize the language in it to a state. During World War II, not everyone was going fucking cunt and bollocks and all that kind of shit. We go, oh gosh darn it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nobody spoke like that. But then you get there was one came out recently by that filmmaker, the filmmaker who married Madonna. Can't remember his bloody name, but Danny Boyle. Was it Danny Boyle?
You gotta be fucking shitting me.
Yeah, there was some. I think it was Danny Boyle made some kind of weird World War II movie, but it's like made like a modern kind of Fast and Furious movie, and it's all Oh, sorry, Guy Ritchie. Yeah, sorry, not Danny Boyle. It's the other guy, Guy Ritchie. And so it's all like very, very modern language and just modern kind of action, but thrown into a World War II sort of like setting. And it just doesn't. Yeah, just doesn't gel.
Yeah,
don't like it.
Give me just 1 second here.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no, I didn't like. And Inglourious Bastards was another one that did that sort of. The opening scene in Inglourious Bastards was probably one of the most amazing pieces of film ever made. But the rest of the movie, no, they can just throw it in the toilet. As far as I'm concerned, just didn't like it. Yeah, and there was the film with the tank. What was that called? Can't remember what that one was called, but it was just like just a story about this tank crew and their battles. But when Fury, that was the film, Fury. But when they got into the battles, it just looked like Star Wars. Everything has like tracer bullets going over. It's got pew 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 pew, and it just looked like a Star Wars movie. It's just like, come on, I'm sure the World War II didn't look like that.
Yeah,
strange. Why they do that?
Yeah, I had to do a check there just to make sure, but what I thought were maybe concerning sounds were actually sounds of fun and laughter and whatnot. So I'm good. Sometimes you just can't tell, right? No. What I've been considering this because I have two different mixers in front of me. What I might do is put a microphone so that when I want to, I could just bring up a slider. You all wouldn't hear it, but I would, and I could discern that stuff better because I'm in my own little zone here, and I'm in headphones and stuff. So sometimes I'm like, "What am I?" Right? Yeah, so I think I might get that set up coming up, right? I mean, what would it cost? $50? I don't know. I'm not going to use a camera because that's creepy. I just need to hear now and then,
Yeah. Just have a little a periscope, kind of like just have mirrors, just all just like angling all the way around the house. Yeah. It just comes back to your eyeballs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the Georgios Tsoukalos. This is how you light a pyramid theory, Oh, okay. So there was some stories we didn't get to this week. I have to go to the room after and just take a peek because there was a couple of really good ones.
Can't remember. Seems like ages ago.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't do the one about the chimpanzees. I do remember.
Oh yes, because I did that in the introduction. The medical chimpanzees.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring that up for after here.
Chimpanzees for science.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's pretty impressive. I mean, we've talked about it enough. I might as well tell you here. But chimpanzees have been studied recently using certain plants as cures for certain ailments, whether internal or external and stuff. And so the people that were watching them and studying them got samples. And in every instance, there was either antibiotic properties or anti-inflammatory properties. And it turns out that the chimpanzees know exactly how to medicate themselves. That's wild. That's crazy, man. That's got to be taught and handed down, right?
Mm-hmm. And maybe just masturbating that leaf with that leaf. There's no medical advantages. It just feels nice.
Yeah, it's just soft.
So, did they find out what they're smoking?
Yeah, pot. Yeah. No, but it was really cool. I'll drop the link in the Discord after for anybody that wants to check it out because it was a really cool story.
Paging Dr. Chimp.
Yeah. And so the idea is they're going to keep studying the chimps and some other primates as well and start looking into the fact that they might lead us to some good stuff, right?
What do you mean watch them? We should hire them and put them in charge of the NHS.
Yeah, they're going to need secretaries because we all know about the typing and the story.
Yeah,
right?
But, they're not very good at that. But,
yeah. Just skip the typewriters, man. It's fine.
God sake, they could do much worse than what I've seen.
Yeah. And a funny thing is, because I've known some really crappy parents and stuff in my life so far. I am in my 50s now, so I've had enough time. And I would say that the chimpanzees are probably better at passing this on than the crappy parents. Sorry, but hate to call you on it. I got one guy that lives at the edge of our little townhouse complex, and almost always he's already had a complete Mickey straight from the bottle by noon.
Mm-hmm.
That's not functional. That's functioning alcoholic.
Well, he would have done it earlier, but he was asleep.
Yeah. He's a strange dude. He's not always around because I think what he does is come and stay with his ex and his child for like 3 days and then just bugger off for a bit and show up again and stuff. Right. But yeah, it's just hardcore. Can't imagine. His liver must hate him. I know. I mean, I'm always having a beer, but it's nothing like that, man. I don't drink 2 Mickeys and a 6-pack in a day. No, holy shit, man.
No. Takes training to get up to that.
Oh, are you kidding? That would just kill me at my age, man. Yeah, he looks older than me too, but he's younger.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Nah.
We'll get that put on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Oh, here, I should show these again in case not everybody got to see. Hold on here. Okay, here we go. NAFO patches. NAFO patches.
Yes.
Yeah. One's the Portuguese NAFO battalion, and the others, of course, ours. And I've got one here as well for somebody. And then there was somebody else that told that person that they were hoping to get one because they donated through us as well. And I have been able to figure that out, but it's not going to be instant. So we'll get it all sorted.
Mm.
But I try to remember these things. Actually, what I usually do is tell CF Beauty, hey, don't let me forget this.
Put it on the big whiteboard of things to remember.
Yeah. I'm, just that shy of useless when it comes to stuff like that. I really need the help.
I think you're being generous.
I know. Yeah. I make notes all the time, but every time I go to do something, what I do is start with a new note, and I never remember to go and actually look at them, right?
Mm. Yeah, but you also shouldn't write your notes on cigarette papers because you just end up smoking them.
Yeah, exactly. What did that say? Oh, shit.
Maybe if I smoke it, it'll go into my brain.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris Lundy in the chat asked me, does that mean they've been mailed? I do believe that that over influx they had because of a few YouTubers at a time getting a whole whack of stuff going on. I think they're starting to catch up because it took a long time for these ones to show up even. To be honest, I don't have a clue how long it was, but it was a decent amount, right? When we started that NAFO campaign with the Portuguese battalion, I put in my donations to get patches right away. And then about a week later, I thought, you know what? I should get an extra for somebody who gets it fucked up or it does, something, it falls apart. And I did another one to do that and get them. And they only just showed up the other day. So that was a long time. But what are you going to do, right? I mean, they're just doing it themselves, getting them made, shipping them out, right? Yeah. So, do please be patient if you can, but they are catching up now for sure.
Mm. Yeah, they're on the back of a snail somewhere.
Yeah. Somebody says, Bob Doggy, well, wait, that's $50 for the Shills patch at Dick? Well, that's not really how it works, but if you donate through our upcoming NAFO campaign, I think $100 donation gets you a patch plus you get to sign up to the donor wall and say some blah, blah thing or whatever. That's kind of how they do it. The reason being is it's a really lovely embroidered patch, and embroidery machines and the time and effort and materials and stuff, these things aren't cheap. So there is a little chunk coming out of the donation to pay for the patch and the shipping. And that's why they only do it at the $100 and up mark. Otherwise, they can't do it, right? It's not feasibly possible.
It's like you see these sort of adverts on the telly for like a World Wildlife Fund. And you can sign up to the World Wildlife Fund for $2.99. You'll get newsletters and this cuddly lion. And it's like, well, how much money is the fucking animals getting?
Yeah.
If it's $2.99, you get a plushie, all these glossy pictures and everything. And, they've got the organization to deal with and the administration fees. It's like, how much is going to the actual wildlife itself? It's like, I bet they get fuck all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. All that kind of stuff gets in the way brutally. And I've said it before on the Saturday show, if you donate once and get a patch, but then donate a couple other times, or maybe you're one of those people that can do a $500 donation, well, they'll let you have 5 patches if you want, or whatever it is, right? Just get the one.
Yeah,
I know that, it would be cool to have a couple to give out and whatever, but every patch that goes out is money that doesn't truly go to the truck. That's a fact, right? You know, there's I'm not saying don't get one. I'm not.
Oh, no,
because
don't. Yeah, just say, okay, I've got mine. Thanks. I don't need any more.
Yeah. You know, because it's all budgeted in. It's not. It's not like it's making it take longer and stuff. And you know, these guys know what they're doing, but it is a cost. You know, just have a thought about it, right? That was another one of those burps you didn't want to hear. Thank God my mute button is fixed. Oh, thanks, Matt. UTV and Ham, we got a member message in. 50 US via PayPal for the Shills patch right now. Oh, I see. Well, the one, okay, so I don't really feel the need to keep one because I kind of help do it all. I don't really feel like I need recognition or something, right? And then we've got the NAFO 69 patch or the Portuguese battalion one. This is the one I'd actually rather keep because it's more of a memory of working with them than having my own patch, right? And we do have a second Shills patch, but it's already promised to Cinnamon. That's always donating around here. So there's a third patch coming that's going to somebody already. I can't remember who Cinnamon talked to, but I am able to get a couple of last ones made if you want this one, because the next patch is going to be the goat face. We've already got it designed up. So let me get 2 extra of these and we'll do an auction with that. Is that, you know, and we'll just throw the money into the next NAFO campaign, or we'll throw it to Project Constantine for their massive fundraiser, right? Is that
we could do an online arm wrestle.
Okay, so let's auction. There's only going to be 3 of these auctioned out, and I don't know that I can get the other 2 for 100% certain, so there might only be 1. And
there can be only 1.
Yeah, and I've got a $50 offer on it right now, American, from UTV and Ham.
We have 50. Do you have
Don't
60?
do that. No, I hate those guys. So why can't they just go, all right, now we got 65. Anybody want to go over that? You got to see the embroidery. Why? Because like I was watching Barrett Jackson on YouTube recently, and the guy's going, and then he goes,
you're not saying anything.
I know. And then he stops and goes, this is a beautiful Dodge Daytona Charger from 1970, blah, blah. And I'm just like, why? You know, it's so annoying, right?
Well, because in the old days when the marketplace when they were doing that, they were actually calling out numbers. They weren't actually saying things.
Yeah, but this guy's dibbity dib. He's doing Porky Pig or Elmer Fudd, right? You know,
just filling in the gaps to make it sound exciting. It's like no.
Yeah.
No. I do find it rather pathetic.
So Wizard of Oz says do a raffle. It's more fun and accessible, and you make more for the donation pot. But isn't an auction about raising the price? A raffle is about selling tickets to it.
No, you can make more from a raffle than you can from an auction because, because you think about it.
I don't gamble. I don't do any of this stuff, right? You know.
I'll explain it to you in simple terms and mathematics. So if you do an auction, yes, whoever gets the highest price pays, wins the thing, and you just basically get that one payment. But if you do a raffle, say you had like a ticket that's $5, and you sold 100 tickets. That's $500, and yet one person wins it, and all they paid is $5. So to them, it's a kind of like bargain. So that way, mathematically, you can actually get more money through a raffle than you can an auction.
Well, Yes, but as soon as I announced the auction, UTV and Ham has already bid himself up to 120 US now. Send the rest to the truck.
Well, we can't. Yeah, obviously we can't change it now. We can't say
No,
well,
but-
yeah, well, we're going to change it.
But I haven't actually said we're like starting, and you know what I mean. Like we're trying to talk this through. So, can we sell 120 raffle tickets at $1 a piece to make it worth it? Or how much is a raffle ticket?
Well, it could be whatever you want.
I should know more. I just don't pay attention to gambling. I'm really against it.
It's not gambling. It's not gambling. That's not
Kind
gambling.
of.
It's just. So that's what you do in churches. You know, you speak to Greg Terry about it. They'll do raffles all the time. But
Well, if it's okay for the preach, you know, it's okay for me then. You know,
I don't know how you technically do it online anymore. But.
So I've got here. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I just got to ask Vladdy something. Hold on.
Oh, okay. I mean, there is this other thing you can do where you pick a price, a unique price, and everybody can send in like an entry fee, say like a $1 entry fee, to guess what the price is, and the person who at the end of the day gets closest to the actual price that you preset is the winner. There's another kind of thing you can do, I suppose, but I think that would confuse Dick even more. I don't think I can be bothered to explain that to him again.
Hold on, almost done.
Okay. Oh, hurry up, because I've got to blow my nose. Currently, I could do it live on the show. Yeah, if people, are interested in that sort of thing. We got any kinky people out there like a good bit of a snotty sneeze? There you go. I'm muted for that. Yeah, sorry. Bit of dead air. Yeah, we don't like dead air around here. But at the same time, you don't want to hear me blowing the trumpet.
Okay, so I have confirmation now. I can get 2 more patches. So UTV and Ham, just because it's $120 and I'll throw it into the NAFO fundraiser next, or Project Constantine, whichever starts or is, you know what I mean, whatever happens. You get that one I have here. I have 2 more coming. We're going to auction one and we're going to raffle one. And then I still have the one for Cinnamon and I still have the one for the other person. It's all worked out. So that's what we're going to do. UTV. Okay. UTV. Okay. Well, okay. So there we go. The UTV gets that one for sure. And oh, God damn it. Hold on.
He's all discombobulated.
Yeah. Where the hell did I put it? Oh, here it is. So UTV
and lost it.
Yeah, UTV gets this one right here. It might even smell like weed a bit,
Yeah, try getting that one through customs. All the dogs start barking at it.
Yeah. But I've got the arrangements in, everything's set and good, and no problem. Yeah, it's not even going to cost me that much, so it works out great. We'll just take the member money to pay for the extra ones, and then that way all the proceeds go back into the fundraising. We'll have to do it one show at a time, right? So we'll do a raffle one show for one, and then we'll do an auction on another show for the other, and we'll see, right? Let's do a social experiment.
We should definitely do it on the Saturday show. That's the place to do it.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have a Saturday after show. That way it's later and it's more conductive to auction drinking. Because that usually raises the price. That's why they serve booze at Barrett Jackson, right?
No, it's a bad idea because you always end up having to do parenting. Deep parenting on Saturday night.
No, this Saturday coming, Grandma has days off and Felix won't be home. Yeah,
So
we can actually
this,
party.
This Saturday coming, I'm auctioning Felix off.
No, I did. All I had to do was give her pizza money and, a couple of joints. So I'm being advised that $10 is a fair raffle ticket price compared to what other channels are doing. That's kind of in line. Would the live chat agree with that? You guys think that? Let me know.
Well, no, I mean, it can be whatever you want. It can be like 1 pence, $5, $1,000. Depends what it is. If you're raffling off a Bugatti Veyron.
Yeah, no, but we're talking about raffling like patches and stuff, and Rick does 10, and look at the chat. It's like, yep. So okay, so we'll do an auction on one and a $10 raffle on the other. Great job, there's CF. Good call.
You'll have to find out from Rick how he technically does it. Does he just does he throw all the names into a hat, or does he use like some kind of digital, spinny wheel sort of thing?
Yeah, there's website you can do for this. There's a plug-in software that you can use on OBS and whatnot as well. And I got 6 days, no problem. We'll be good.
5 days later. Oh shit! I haven't done that thing.
Yeah, no. I've been a good boy. I don't really drink during the week these days, right now.
So put it on the whiteboard of things for Dick to do.
Yeah. Okay.
So he doesn't forget.
So that's what we do. UTV for this one here, you can just catch me on Discord. Are you in Discord?
Yeah, he's on Discord.
Okay. Just right click me in the user list of our server. You'll find me in there and you can message.
Yeah. He's been in some of the chats, remember? The
Okay, yeah, you're right.
After show chitty chats.
Yeah. I don't do a lot in the Discord, right? I'm a little socially adverse. Sorry. But I'm not very good at that.
You don't do a lot anywhere.
No, I don't.
Not outside your little comfort zone.
I get a lot of invites to Discords, and I usually tell people, you got to understand, I'm not even in mine. I can't do it.
You know what? The amount of Discords that I'm in.
I used to have like 80 on my old account, and now I have 3 or 4,
Yeah, I know. I left one Discord. I'm not going to say who it is because I can't even bloody remember the name. But at some point in the past, they said, "Oh, come and join the Discord." Was never in it. Never went on it. And so I was cleaning up, my left side of the Discord, so I don't see all these little bloody circles. Got rid of it, and I instantly got a message. Why did you leave on Discord?
Yeah.
I was like, well, I was never in it. It's like,
search my username and see how many times I posted. What was the point?
Dude, I got so upset about it.
I know back on my old account before it got hacked, I had all these servers I was in muted, and every so often the little red number would get into the hundreds and stuff because I'd missed things, and I'd just right click, mark as red once a month, and it just got maddening. Like it's like sweeping the floor. It's the kind of I got to mark them.
There is another Discord channel I ought to leave because in the general chat, the last message on it that I saw was from me from Christmas 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Me.
Okay. UTV and Ham again. 196 something via PayPal. We'll be on Discord soon. Yeah, let's get the sound effects out. There we go.
Is he still outbidding himself?
Yeah. His wife's in the background. I am loading the gun.
If you spend $1 more.
Yeah. But honey, it's for Ukraine and I actually get something.
Yeah, divorced.
Okay. Oh, KK said now I got to decide if I'm going to limit the amount of purchases or let a single person skew the odds by buying 100 tickets. Okay, that's a really good thought. I never thought of that. So, what we should do is each person gets one entry. If you want to buy 20 tickets, you're just helping us fund Ukraine more, but you get one entry. Does that sound fair, or do I have to be more generous about it? What do you guys in the chat think?
Well, that is the thing, you know.
I didn't think of that. I don't gamble. I don't do it. I never.
No.
You know, I would never. You know,
you've never been to church or anything like that. Yeah, exactly. We all got it. No, so yeah, no. This is one thing that does happen is like, you know, they will, when people are selling you your raffle tickets, and you know it would be a book of tickets back in the day. You know, they would be like 50p or £1 each,
right? And
you can buy as many as you like. And yeah, if you buy an entire book of tickets, you've got a better chance of winning. But at the same time, kind of doesn't matter because you sold more tickets. It's an odd one.
Right.
Yes, you are skewing the thing, giving you a better chance to win, but you're still allowed to have a better chance to win. You're just paying more for it.
Like CF in the chat says it's $10 a chance, so you're buying your odds, right? Well, she said it differently. I paraphrase, but you know, and that is the natural way it should go. But it does mean people with deep pockets instantly have a better chance, and that's the same with auctioning the second one. Obviously, it's going to go to the deepest pockets, right? So there is an argument to make it more fair on the raffle because we're doing the auction, you know?
What you could do is do a limit.
What if we played, instead of a raffle,
a limit of 10 tickets you can buy.
What if instead of a raffle, what if we did an after show after the Saturday show, and what we do is play bingo online, and the supreme winner in the end gets the patch, and your bingo cards nobody can buy more than one bingo card, like those women that just go fucking crazy at bingo and they have like 40 cards in front of them. Everybody gets one card per round.
No. Raffle's easier. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's a lot simpler.
Okay, KK says, well, what about a 5 entry limit? That way you can't buy yourself into massive odds. It's still pretty fair.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You have a limitation on the number of tickets you can buy, or at least you can buy as many tickets you want, but the amount of times your name goes into the hat will be limited to a maximum of like 10 times or something.
Yeah. Ozzy T sent in a super chat we missed. Oh, Ozzy T had sent in a super sticker. You're right. Thanks, PJ. PJ CNET called me out for that one, and it was the little fox going, how's it going? And he seems to be like putting his hand up. And why do I always act that shit out?
Because we wouldn't understand it if you didn't. It's what they want. This is what they're here for.
I wonder if there's a way we could do a little grab so that we could bring the animation up. I wonder if that's in the YouTube API.
No, you got to do it. You got to perform it. That's why they send it. They are looking for the most obscure animated things. They can send us a sticker.
It's a good thing I don't have to have outfits. Oh God, I got to get into the fox costume.
Oh dear. Oh my God, what's he doing with that butt plug? Oh no, oh Jesus Christ. No, it's not that.
Okay, so I'm just looking at some more of the conversation here. Yeah, Ozzy T says we need to act it out. Yeah, needs me to act it out. I agree. Everybody expects that now, right? So I'll just keep doing it. But Noodle is like raffle, no limit. Gifting tickets is okay, and then says Rick's got it down. Well, Rick's raffles go well. I'm not disagreeing with that at all because he always seems to do good in donations and getting money over. I just thought we would check with the viewers and see what everybody thinks. Of course, I'm actually going to talk to Greg, Terry, and Rick in the background because, well, I do every like 48 hours, you know. But I just wanted to see what everybody thought, right? Because I don't participate in gambling things. I've bought raffle tickets at the fair or something, but you know, I don't know how they work, right? Yeah. I've bought a couple of lottery tickets over time now and then because, you know, like the number was something funny, and I was like, oh, you know, whatever.
Well, the funny thing about raffles, and especially when you talk about like county fairs or school fairs and things like that, they all had like dozens of different games that were based on raffle tickets. You'd have like the pegboard with all these little raffle tickets all curled up, and there's like put in little holes, and you pull one out to find out what the number is and see if you won. And you know, a 5 or a 10, you know, would win. You know,
yeah.
Or there'd be the tombola with the tickets always like scrunched up inside of the spinning thing, where you pull out the ticket to see if you've won a bottle of shampoo that you didn't want. You know, I'm after the champagne. No, never got it. It's always like a bottle of shampoo or something. And you know, there was just variations on the same theme right across the board.
Yeah. Oh. So let's see here. Yeah, I'm not even sure about like maximum 5, because maximum 5 entries to other people just putting in $1 because you know, whatever. I would like to see it more as maximum 3 count towards the odds stacking in your favor, because 3 entries. I mean, I just want to see it as more of a random chance for people, right? You know? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, but
you know what?
The interesting thing is, you get someone who buys 1,000 tickets, and all these people are just like buy one. And what normally happens is the guy who just buys one ticket ends up being the winner anyways.
Well, here, I got an idea. I'm gonna give so and so in the background one last message and say, you know what? Add one more patch onto that last request, just because I want to do a little experiment. So this is what we'll do. How about this, everybody? We'll do an auction for one. We'll do a raffle for one, where if you buy 50 tickets, you got 50 entries, just like they're naturally meant to be. And then we'll do a third where everybody can buy 1 ticket only, and it's an absolutely fair go. That's it. Why not, right? How about that?
Well, we could do a test by auctioning off your toupee.
I am not shaving. I'm not doing that. No.
Just take it off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I see. Notice you got the painting up on the wall there.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure you got it the right way up?
Yeah, because the person who sent or who made the painting, they went to the trouble of putting a little hooky thing on the back on one. So, you know, I do know that this is the way it's supposed to go. No. Otherwise, I would have had to go back to the video of it being created and gone, okay, wait a minute, right? Because I did have it saved just in case.
I did that to Rick when he was showing off one of his pictures that he's auctioned off. I said, have you got the right way up? Just jokingly. And he's like, a few minutes later, he looks at it and goes, oh, no, got it wrong way up. Dear, that was just me being an arse. Dear.
Okay. It was just a quick something or other. Yeah, Jimmy. I already said that. People have said Rick does, and I'm going to ask Rick and Greg Terry as well. But I, the thought is just because somebody does one thing, maybe there's some other ways to play the game, right? I don't know. But yeah.
Sounds like you're the worst person to come up with the idea because you've never done it.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the problem, right? Let's see here. UTV and Ken there. Let's just hit a couple of buttons, shall we? So, Shills Patch, this is UTV in the chat there. Truck and Beer, signed on back. Okay, and then I can't read you the rest of that because you don't need to know the rest of that information. So, that was the $196 Canadian donation that he said as well. So, what I'm going to do is where this is going to make it take like 2 extra weeks or 3 extra weeks, but I'll sign it on the back. I'll, with my money, send it to Dunk, right? It's just a little thing to mail. It won't cost that much. He'll sign it, and then he'll send it to CF Beauty, Annette, who will sign it, and then, because she's an American, can send it off to you. I think that's the better idea, isn't it?
Right? Ages.
Yeah. Mick Riley in the chat.
Might get lost.
Yeah. Well, no. But I mean, something like as thin as a patch, I can put some bubble wrap, put it in one of those bubbly envelopes, and I can have it over to you in the UK literally within days for not much money, like $14 or something.
Nobody wants my signature. They just want your signature. Put your signature on it and your credit card details, and it'll be done. Yeah, that's all.
Put your hands on the table and step away from the pump. No, it'll be better that way, right? And yeah. So I know exactly where it goes and whatnot now, and that's what we'll do. Mick Riley in the chat had said, well, Dawson's bound to fuck it up, so this is going to be fun to watch.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. No, I'll talk to the guys first as well, but I'd like to try the 3 different scenarios to see, right? It would be interesting. If everybody knows the odds are even, like one purchase is what you get, you might have more purchasers. Like I'm wondering how people are going to think and how it's going to play out. I'd just like to see this. It'd be cool. But yeah. Oh yeah. So UTV's heading out on vacation. And we'll do the whole hand around and send it off to him. So there we go. Okay, Noodle C's got a good one. You could do weighted odds to prevent the high-ticket buyers from dominating the raffle. So you make the odds based on the upper limit square root of the tickets you buy. 1 equals 1, 4 equals 2, 9 equals 3, so on down the line, right? That's a really good idea, and that's really easy to write into a spreadsheet. Very, very easy to write into a spreadsheet. That's a really good idea, Noodle C. But
what if you buy your ticket on a Tuesday and you got your coat on the lower peg?
Oh, that's when John Cleese comes in and gives you shit. But then he bones his wife, so
Didn't know it was that kind of raffle.
Yeah, well, you never know what's going on in the world of Ukraine support. Yeah. As long as it doesn't degrade to nude yoga, I think we're okay. I still can't believe that nude yoga is a thing you can search on YouTube and actually find. Don't do it, because it's not like you're thinking, oh yeah, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Just give me 10 seconds for a beverage.
I can imagine you'll do a search for it, and there'll be some grizzled 80-year-old man with a long silvery bushy beard, just sitting there naked on a mat. Oh no, didn't want to see that.
Oh yeah, it's all no.
And apart from anything else, Dick did this search once and couldn't get it out of his recommendations.
Yeah, I literally had to delete an account and start over after that one.
Weird things happen with my YouTube. And it's only happening on one account in Chrome. And there's no way to fix it.
What's going on?
When you watch a YouTube video and below is the comment section, and on the right is the recommended videos.
Oh, you mean the new layout?
They've swapped it around.
It's awful, isn't it? It's terrible.
Yeah, has that happened to you?
Not on my personal account yet, but on the Shills account it has. And anytime, like when I'm pre-show, before we go live, I have to have my YouTube muted so I don't get that whole echoey thing, right? So sometimes if I set up half an hour before the show, I'll use the Shills account to watch a YouTube video or two, right? Because it's in a different browser and it doesn't matter. Like I can unmute it and it won't screw me up. And the new layout showed up on the Shills account and I was just like, oh my God, I went to settings. How do I, there's no way to fix it. It just is now. And it's horrid.
Yeah. I watched a video that there is a way to fix it. But you got to download this thing, you got to download this script, you got to run this script.
Doing that kind of stuff is the kind of thing that screws you up later in life. It's never a good idea to start,
But apparently the other thing to do is you go to report and just tell YouTube, I don't like this, put it back.
Oh, because I was nowhere near polite like that.
No, because apparently it's based on your account settings. So that's why you can switch, from one account to another, and it changes. It depends on what the account is.
Exactly.
And also the browser. If you look at in Safari, it's fine. You go to Chrome, it's different.
Yeah, and that's true because I use my account's in Chrome, but I use the open source Chrome Canary for the Shill stuff. And it's still Chrome, but it is a different version, right?
Mm.
It just makes it easier. Bizarre. And when I open the one browser versus the other, I know what account I'm in instead of having to always remember to switch and stuff, right?
Yeah.
No, I actually have a third browser, another version of Chrome open source that I use for logging into any of our social media sites. That's why CF was like, give me the login to that. And I'm like, I can't fucking find it. And then I had to remember, that's stored in the other browser, right?
Made it way too complicated for yourself.
Yeah, but I don't use those much. I mean, I only log in if I need to. It's not, social media and me don't go, we're not bedfellows.
Okay, that was information I didn't really need to know.
Yeah. Didn't mean to insinuate that I have bedfellows, but whatever.
Must be all the bull testicles you're eating.
That was the weirdest story. I mean, okay, I get the idea. You're going to do this whole test to see if you can raise your testosterone by eating bull testicles. Why did they have to be raw? Why can't you cook them at least? Why? I mean,
it's gonna kill all the testosterone, isn't it?
But does it?
I don't know. I'm not a chef.
I mean, I notice when it gets really hot outside, like 40 degrees, 42 Celsius where I live, it doesn't make me less.
Well, it makes your balls a bit sweaty.
You got to shower first, but you still want to have a go,
Well, we'll have to get Dr. Chimpanzee on that one to find out. He probably knows more about testicles than anybody else. He's a testicle doctor.
Ryan says it does do that. So, okay. Ryan knows that you don't cook your bull testicles or cow testicles, right? Because remember,
yeah, your cow testicles.
Somehow
Well, you
they're
certainly
cow
don't cook your own.
testicles. Yeah.
I mean, I've had some very, scrapes with a barbecue before, but I've never managed to cook my testicles.
Oh, it's funny. I don't understand why they had.
I don't understand. I just don't understand the world.
Yeah, when somebody says to me, "I'm going to eat raw bull testicles," all I think of is enjoy your hospital visit. How has he had multiple of them? It's just, okay, let's go away from that before I get sick.
Yeah, so but don't forget, he was also the guy that ate 100 raw chickens as well. I mean,
oh yeah,
doesn't it just get to the point where there's some kind of like, dare I say, mental health issue going on here, where just somebody's like, oh, look at me. I mean, isn't that what's going on in the world most of the time these days? People want to become famous or want to become the greatest TikToker or
yeah,
my only fans or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, look at me, says the two guys on YouTube saying,
yeah, but we don't
subscribe to us, please.
Well, sure, please do, but we don't do things to try and be famous YouTubers. We do what we want to do as YouTubers. There's a big difference there. Right?
You're pointing out our failures.
Probably, right? We're too stupid to do it properly, but we're still going to do it. No, we do think of things, but we're like we know if we were to stop swearing that we would get more popular in the feed because we get demonetized quite a bit because we're just too loose with it. But I don't fucking care.
We don't fucking swear anyway.
Yeah, not a fucking bit. Bullshit.
No.
Not
good enough for Guy Ritchie, it's good enough for us.
Yeah, But I like we do it honestly, not like that. I'm not going to stick a piece of corn in my mouth with a drill attached to it.
Well, what would you stick in your mouth?
Ask me later.
For views. Answers in the chat, please. Yeah, please put up a poll.
We'll save that conversation for a Discord after hours.
What hasn't he put in his mouth? Camel toes.
Yeah, no. So yeah, UTV, well done, son. I mean, UTV went from a 50 spot, 120, 150, 196, and then there's the last one in. Nope, I taught her to shoot. I have ballistic vest. That's a good one. Where the wife comments, right? So, but yeah, UTV, well done. I mean, you upped your own thing because it's a donation into a fund that really matters, right? We, as of today, the new NAFO fundraiser isn't ready to go yet. CF, remind me that I got to get a hold of the Portuguese crew to say, what's the holdup? Aren't we ready to go yet? Not that it's anybody's fault for being late. It's all to do with availability, trucks, and everything, right? But we should be ready to go in days with the new fundraiser. But because we're not, we're going to do UTV and Ham's donation on the patch over to Pete the Medic and everybody at Project Constantine, because they've got a massive fundraiser going for medical evac trucks and some, mobilization of army dudes. And, it's all about killing orcs and saving Ukrainians. So how can that be bad?
Well, it's not about killing orcs, is he? Because he's a medic.
No, but even still, you should see the weapons Pete carries. Like, there's no way he hasn't taken out an orc in anger at this point. I don't want to speak for him, but I'd be surprised if he hasn't yet. Oh yeah.
I mean, I'd imagine it's purely defense.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he's there to be a medic. He's not there to fight. But there's times when he's so damn close, they got to defend themselves. Right?
He'll shoot you and then treat you afterwards.
Yeah. But yeah, that boy is just something special, man. You know?
I tell you what, if you want to eat some bollocks with testosterone in them, they're the bollocks you want to eat.
Oh yeah.
So we should get that TikToker sent to Ukraine. so Pete could teabag him. You want testosterone? Suck on these, you bastard. Clang, clang, clang.
Just fucking black in his eyes, man.
I tell you what, we should put that on a t-shirt. I'm off work now, so I'll start Photoshop.
Oh fuck, man. That was unbelievably funny. We've got to clip that moment and send it to Pete. He's not the most, like, he's a, God-fearing man, right? But he's hilarious, and he will split his guts laughing.
Yeah, so he doesn't have to tell God about that bit. Don't send God that link.
Hey, he didn't say it. We did. It's all right. He can still enjoy it, right? Oh, Greg Terry's going to hear about this and give me shit for sure.
No, he'll just add a little extra prayer for you at the end of the day.
Yeah. He'll be cast.
Look down onto this poor, hapless ex-rock and roller, and please cleanse his soul.
Go check out his sermon next Sunday on Bethel Life. I bet I'm in there
again.
Yeah. It wouldn't be the first time.
He's got his whole congregation praying for you.
Yeah. He cast the demon out on me and the whole bit. It's freaking hilarious, man.
Dear.
Oh man.
How's he doing, Greg? Because he got all blowed up the other day.
Well, Greg is in panic mode, getting everything ready because he's about to be in Ukraine again. This visit won't be like the last one where he was there a long time, but this visit is all about him coordinating with those really expensive Medivac ones that he fundraised for and getting them out and stuff, right? Which will be very cool. And he's going to be staying with Pete the Medic. So Greg Terry is, when he lands, he's hitting the shops and he's getting a set of AirPods Pro that we fundraised for Pete. So when he joins the show coming up, it'll be a lot better.
What do you get AirPods Pro for?
Well, the Pro have way better noise cancel and stuff, and it'll be way better for him on the show.
Oh, I'm just saying, but according to Simon Dan, and he's never wrong, Raycon is the headphones to go for. I think you'll find.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I thought you were going to sell me a plot in Scotland somewhere and call me a lord.
I'll tell you what, I'll sell you a plot of land in my back garden if you want.
Yeah. But no, I checked it out. iPods Pro versus AirPods regular, as it pertains to noise cancel and stuff, are far superior. And sure, they're a little bit more expensive, but like we said on the show, we'll cover the extra. And it's no problem.
What are they now? Like $250 or something?
Well, I found the second generation new in the box that Greg Terry can pick up for a slightly under $200 US, but then I looked it up, and second gen to third gen is a good enough jump that we're just not going to save the money and go to third gen because they're better.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's Pete. Everybody loves it when Pete shows up to a show or does a video and stuff. And he's starting to use those mics we bought him on his videos. I'm sure you guys can tell because you can really hear him now. But when he's on the show, he was 10 feet from his phone, and the phone's audio going back to him was keeping people up in the room on the other side trying to sleep. So he needs AirPods, right? You know.
I'm assuming he's not going to be using them out in the field.
Probably not. You know, I've seen videos. Because you need a
bloody lanyard on those.
Well, I've seen videos that I can't show you guys, and Pete will be saying, "Hey, you know, how you doing, buddy?" You know, and then he pauses, and I can hear the drones.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's some scary fucking shit. No,
I'm just saying the fact that you know, you see bloody joggers losing their bloody, earbuds. So you know, doing what he's doing. I know headphones. They used to come with a handy little lanyard that kept the things from not getting lost. Pity they got rid of that. You idiots.
I know.
So you'd have to have some kind of lanyard on those things because you know.
Oh, exactly. Right. You know. I'm sure I'll be talking to Greg as he's landing and stuff and getting it all worked out. We'll get it all sorted.
BJ says you can get a discount code on Raycon with the Simon down. I bet you with Raycon you could put in a disco any kind of like code and they'll just go, yeah, whatever.
Oh, okay, exactly. Yeah.
Don't care, you know. Yeah. Discount code fat pants, you know, whatever. I'm sure there's a YouTuber out there called Fat Pants, and that's his discount code. You know? You just put any random thing into it.
Yeah. The and the Raycon things, man, people review them bad, but the YouTubers just take the money and shill them out. They must sell a fucking ton of those things, and those Raycon. Those are just, you know, made in China and they just stump their name on them things. They're not like, you know, made by like somebody who engineers stuff well, you know.
Well, that is kind of like an interesting thing, especially. I mean, I'm not gonna rag on Simon Dan, but I am a little bit. But
I would.
He's, you know, he says, you know, things like, you know, I use them myself and I use them when I'm running and stuff like that. You're running. You're not, you're puffing and panting, you're pounding the pavement.
Yeah.
It's like you're not basically getting the best audio experience you could possibly get.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, Mr. Simon Dan, who made you a fucking expert on audio quality?
Well, as you can tell by his first year and a half on YouTube, he's not.
But that kind of goes the same with just about anybody who's doing like these product things, you know, like, I always get my food from HelloFresh. Yeah. Why? Can't you go to a fucking supermarket? Are you that stupid? You don't know how to make a meal?
I know.
You need to get it turned up in a box with a recipe, you know.
Yeah, there's a guy.
All these people that do this.
There's a guy that runs a fishing channel, and him and his wife and their little kids are very outdoorsy people. They feed the deer and stuff to get them attracted to the cameras, not to shoot them, just because they enjoy them and stuff, right? They built a big bass pond and they do catch and release and all this stuff, right? And they're sponsored by HelloFresh and Factor and those meal companies all the time. And I laughed my head off.
Smith and Wesson deer guns.
Well, but I laughed my head off because people that live that lifestyle are not having their food delivered to their door and stuff, right? That's just not how it works, man.
Yeah,
you
like
know,
farmers, you know.
Yeah, you know, the guy plants 3 acres of peanuts each year, not to harvest them, just so the animals can have them after, right? Yeah, you know.
It's like that guy, the Amish guy with his YouTube channel. You know, it's like,
yeah.
Or I always get my food from HelloFresh. Raycon.
Yeah, you know, I find those things funny.
Yeah. I'm Amish, and I always use NordVPN.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Just so the elders can't find me.
Yeah. Tire rack, for all your automotive needs, right?
Horse-drawn ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, the car with 1 horsepower.
Yeah. But yeah, some of that stuff's funny. We've been offered sponsorships a few times to do the meal ones and a few other things. And can you imagine us doing the shows we do and saying, and our sponsor, and not going to like Analese or Fisted or something, but actually, I mean, every one of you would just go, that's a fucking joke.
I'd love it if you had a sponsor come and go, and well, tonight's pub chat is sponsored by HelloFresh. Yeah, Felix, I've just got your pizza ordered.
Exactly.
Do you want wings?
Yeah.
I ordered wings as well. Ooh. Deep pan, thick, thick crust.
How does that whole HelloFresh and stuff work? Do they ship it in like dry ice containers or something? Like, I don't want, steak and meats shipped to me in the mail. That's just fucked up.
Well, no, they'll be delivered in a refrigerated van and then stuck on your doorstep in the 90-degree heat to stew until you come and pick it up.
Yeah, until I get home from my weekend away. Imagine that, right?
It's probably the one thing people don't steal off your doorstep because, that's not going to be fresh.
Yeah. Well, after the second day, you could smell it, right? It's just being, But I don't get that. What the hell, I get those things in my mail all the time. I see them on the internet all the time. Like, it's almost like AOL back in the day. Everywhere you turn, somebody's trying to give you AOL hours, right? It's the same thing now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the thing is, it's funny how they come and like sell it to you. Like, you get just the right amount of ingredients that you need for twice the price that you could have got them from down the supermarket, where you could use those ingredients so the next day because you've got a great big fucking American fridge in your kitchen.
I looked at the HelloFresh deal in Canada, and it's only about 7% cheaper than just simply going to a restaurant. I didn't understand. I was like,
wow.
I couldn't believe it, And when it shows up, it's going to be like 4/5 vegetables and a few strips of meat or something. There's I don't understand. I just simply go to a grocery store because they exist.
Well, the whole thing is everybody's always trying to sell you a lifestyle, isn't it? That
and a
doesn't
subscription
exist.
to it.
Yeah. Or like, those like protein drinks, like the ones that are like made from, grass cuttings that have been put through.
Yeah.
through
and anal drippings. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's like walking into grade school and licking the chalkboard. I'm good. There we go.
Well, the funny thing is, when you were young, your mum used to give you like baby food out of a jar, and you grow up, and then they'd get you onto solids. Oh, well done, you! Look at you! Oh, you're on solids now, and you can eat and you can chew and stuff like that. Come 30 years later, you're drinking goo out of a fucking glass cup.
Yeah. And you're not even hungover.
I got my NutriBullet, so I can have all my fruit, vegetables, and meat, all just blended into one delicious drink.
Yeah. Or you get
pour it down my neck.
Or you get those energy bars, and it's just like 3 bowls of cereal compressed into a bar and wrapped in a little thin layer of chocolate. I've had a couple of them to try them, and it's like eating weeds. It's really strange, and I don't understand. If you're that busy that the only thing you can do is eat a power bar, you need to be less busy. Now, if you're like running a marathon or something, well, I understand, right? That makes sense, because you can't exactly carry pasta and Tupperware when you're running a marathon, right?
Well, I don't think eating during a marathon is really a good idea anyway, because you should be chucking it up.
Oh, yeah, well, not even. I mean, look into the, what is that, Paris bicycle race? Many people shit themselves during that race. It's odd.
Oh, you mean the Tour de France?
That's it. Yeah.
Yes. Paris bicycle race.
I don't know. Fuck.
Come on, it's the Formula One of cycling. I mean, you can at least get that bit right about.
But that's like
cycling
saying
up the fucking Alps and everything.
But that's like saying it's the Formula One of golf. I'd be like, oh, the green jacket one. I mean, I don't know. Fuck. How am I supposed to know?
Oh dear. I don't know how you're supposed to know, but there's not a chance.
Yeah. I just so don't care.
Excuse me, I'm going to have another blow on the horn.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So you're still watching Pornhub as we have these Sunday shows? Is that what you mean? Blow on the horn. I just don't know British slang,
Well, neither do I. I just made it up. I don't know what it means. I'm just going to blow my nose. British slang. I don't do British slang. I just talk bollocks. It's more of a Cherokee thing.
He talks bollocks. But,
Yes.
Does that mean that Buddy was eating yours?
Just licking. Yeah, I do box them up though, and just put a Hello Fresh sticker on the outside. Here's your latest delivery, sir.
I'm not sure that's fresh.
Can you imagine it? Just standing there at the door with a little cardboard box in your groin area with all your meat and tackle inside it, just
holding up your kilt with a sign attached to it. It says you ordered sausage. Well, here's one just for you.
I hope it didn't come from a cow. Just for you to chew.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah. See? This is why we don't get a lot of sponsor offers and we don't take any.
No, we got to come up with our own. I did actually see a video the other day from this guy. I never saw him before, and he was having a thing about a go at Adobe, and he was basically going through all the videos you see on YouTube about how to crack Adobe, and it was brilliant. What was he called?
That's funny.
I can't remember his channel. It was a really funny channel. I subbed. I thought, yeah, okay, dude, you got me.
Yeah, Louis Rossman ripped them one for their new bullshit.
No. You should see this one because no, this is not Louis Rossman. This is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Louis Rossman became a bit of a pain in the ass to listen to because he's always fucking complaining.
Yeah,
he's always got something to complain. He's always got something to complain about. No, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but he gets raunchy and tells them to lick his butt and stuff. Like he eschews sponsors. There's a plugin for Chrome you can get called Sponsor Block. And what you do is you submit to Sponsor Block when you're watching a video on YouTube that has a sponsor segment. And what this plugin does is skips it for you. So you don't have to watch that stupid crap. Well, what was happening with Louis Rossman, he always does a fake sponsor thing where he calls out a company for being horrific trash to their customers. And a few people that were being sourpusses with him put it into Sponsor Block. So he had to do a video. Would you guys stop it? One segment where he turned to his cat and said, would you stop crying, and started petting it, got put into Sponsor Block. I mean, come on, right? It was weird. But
I must admit, I've never felt the need for that, because when a sponsorship bit comes up on a video, it's not really that hard to find, just to skip it. To find.
Well, there's There's an unwritten rule with most YouTubers. They change the setting a bit or change their clothes or something so you can just skip through and go, oh, there it is. Right?
Or they even just mark it.
Yeah. But they always did, like, usually there's a visual thing that cues you, right? It's one thing I really like about, I think his name is Steve, Gamers Nexus, the long-haired dude. For the most part, their sponsors are products that they liked, like a case they reviewed well or something, or a lot of times it's themselves and they just simply shill out their merch store. They're really good about it.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy I was talking about that I saw yesterday, he had a merch, promo thing. Not merch, sorry, a sponsorship thing. And I ended up watching it because it was funny. Do you know what? Because there are some channels that actually manage to do their sponsorship sort of stuff well. Some put them in the wrong places. Some put them at the end.
Yeah.
And even though that there's going to be amusing, it's going to be funny. Yeah. You don't need to watch it, so you can skip it. Yeah. But this kind of like just slid into the sponsorship. Didn't really notice it was coming. And it was funny, and I ended up watching the whole thing.
This is the thing.
I can't remember what it was for.
Yeah. This is the thing. I remember we had the conversation when we were offered the sponsorship. I got a hold of the people and said, look, we could make this work, but only if you let us do it our way. And they're like, no, it has to be like that. Fuck you, right? Because we would have made it fun. There's a few people in the chat talking about people that do sponsorships fun. One of them is Cletus McFarland, an automotive YouTuber. And when he does it for ShipStation, they do this thing. Oh my God, somebody ordered a hat. Quick, we've got to get it to them now. And they put it in like a football launcher and it launches and the guy catches it, gets in a car, does a burnout, runs away and stuff. And they really make it like you don't miss that one, right? It's worth watching.
Well, PJ is mentioning Lionel's Tech Tips as well. I can't remember which one of the sponsors he gets. D-Brand. He's always ripping into them.
But D-Brand does it back to him. They send him skins of his face all mutilated and stuff, and he has to use them. I love that, man. Yeah,
they got a thing going. And, I mean, again, it doesn't really help because I couldn't remember the brand. You had to tell me what it was, but unfortunately, that does happen with advertising. I mean, you get advertisements on the TV, and you go, "That was kind of funny." What was it for? I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of D-Brand, what about the little saga between D-Brand and Casetify? You guys probably don't know this, a lot of you anyway, but it is really funny. So.
No idea. Go on.
D-Brand make these skins and cases for phones and computers and stuff. It's a really cool company. And they do use like the highest quality 3M materials and stuff. There's another one, Casetify. And Casetify makes phone cases and stuff. And they partnered with Disney and put out some really high priced garbage, right? So D-Brand, the one that Linus Tech Tips has fun with, they also partnered with, what's his name? I think it's Zach from Jerry Rig Everything.
Oh, yeah.
And they did a bunch of cases where what they did was they took the phone apart and then made a case out of the internals of the phone.
Yes. Right? I remember that, yeah.
But they also put in little Easter eggs and enhance things like the charging coil to make sure it looks really cool and whatnot, right? So this was D-Brand and Jerry Rig Everything. So a little while later, Casetify came out with a set of cases that had similar pictures.
No, they weren't similar.
I was getting to that. They were actually direct ripoffs of the pictures from the website to show you what the case looks like. And
with JPEG compressions built into them.
It was bad. But also what they did was they corrected some of the Jerry Rig Everything Easter eggs, but they didn't correct them all. And they corrected some incorrectly and didn't realize that the little bits around it were still Jerry Rig Everything and D-Brand's work. and big lawsuits going the whole bit. But it is like Linus Tech Tips, when they talked about this on the WAN show a little while back, it's a while back now. He still kept saying allegedly and allegedly because, you know, they're a 300-person company and they have liability. But I don't. And Casetify, you're cocksuckers and you're assholes because you ripped them off blind.
Allegedly.
No. You did.
No, I'm talking to our lawyers right now, and they said just put allegedly on the end of every sentence, just in case. Allegedly.
Fuck all that. They stole it outright. They ripped them off blind.
Allegedly.
Yeah. And it was funny that Linus Tech Tips brought it up as a big deal on their WAN show and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jerry Rig Everything sells his knife and whatnot on the LTT store. They're buddies. So
they're in bed together, are they? Ooh.
Well, I don't think Yvonne knows, but yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That's Linus's
Are they
wife.
checking their testosterone levels of each other?
Yeah. Is somebody eating testicles in this room? I can smell them.
I'd imagine Linus has got very, very small testes.
Oh, well, he's what, 4'7"?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But if that.
You know, he goes to like Vietnam and China so that he still feels short there, doesn't he?
Well, I mean, it's amazing when they built that kitchen set, you know, they use for filming stuff in, and they managed to find kitchen appliances and cupboards and things that are 50% normal size.
Yeah, yeah.
Brilliant.
And you get the odd person on the team that's a lot bigger than him that walks into that set, and it does look like they shrunk it down by a few percentage points.
It's like the guy from Police Squad. He walks in and you never see his head because it's always at the top of the screen.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's like Gandalf in Hobbit House, right?
Yeah. Oh, poor old little Linus.
No, but I love his channel. I don't like a couple of the offshoot channels. Like, I'm not a fan of the guy that hosts their MAC address channel. Can't watch it.
The Ginger wizard.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of him. He's smart about Macs, but he should be working behind the counter.
No, but doesn't he look like everything that people hate about Mac users?
You know what? I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Do you know? Yeah. When people think about the Macalites, the reals like deep seated Mac users, that's what they look like.
You know what?
Never see his feet, but I bet you he's wearing fucking sandals.
Yeah. The only thing that could seal it more than that is if he drives a low end BMW.
Hybrid.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. He has an i8 under a salvage license or But yeah. And they have another one where they run through tech news really quick. But the thumbnail and the title is always as if that's going to be the one story they talk about. And they only talk about it for about 40 seconds. So I have that one on don't recommend either. Can't stand that channel.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I need more.
That is a YouTubey thing that is as a problem all the time. There's like movie review channels, right?
Oh my God, that Minty Arts guy, 10 things you didn't know about. And it's just...
Let me finish my bit first. Hold your horses. No, you're right. But no, you'll get the sort of like a video is like, what the hell happened to such and such a film? And
I hate that channel.
Well, but this goes along with pretty much a lot of YouTube channels that review movies. They tell you what happens in the movie for like about 90%, maybe 95%. And then at the end is the little bit of information that you didn't know. It's like, I know what the fucking movie's about. Yeah. I've seen it. You do not need to cover it.
I know.
I want to know what happened. And you say, especially when it's like, what the fucking happened to this film?
Yeah, there's one that always does.
Know.
There's one that always does the making of this movie was a shit show because, and it almost never is.
It's and somebody had a little bit of a problem on set.
Yeah,
one day.
somebody had to cry. Oh.
somebody dropped their sandwich.
Yeah, I hate that channel. I watched one of their videos and it was butt kiss, and then I had to put them on don't recommend right away because YouTube was just like, but they're popular, you must love them, and every fourth video in my recommended feed was one of their pathetic
But
fucking
why is
videos.
it? Why is it that so many YouTube channels do that? It's again Simon Whistler. We talked about him several times, but he'll do. I mean, I don't hate him. I just don't like his videos.
Oh, I do. I do.
but
lose
again,
sleep
it's one of those
over the hate. You know,
it's one of those situations where he's got an interesting fact to tell you about something, but before he gets to that fact, he's going to give you a 30-minute rundown of the history of the thing he's talking about.
Yeah, that somebody else wrote.
And not only that, because you get that recommended in, because you see that video, YouTube now recommends you, oh, you're interested in that subject. So you end up with recommendations of about 30 other people who are giving you a history rundown of the thing they're talking about. I know it now. I know it.
I know this happens to me all the time. I watch a lot of automotive content, but I'm not a real muscle car guy. But every now and then I'll watch one video on a muscle car and then YouTube just goes 68 Charger, 69 Firebird, and that's all I get. And I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sakes, man. You know?
Yeah, it's got to the point now where if I see a video about World War II, I want the intro to be World War II was a bad thing that happened in Europe in 1940s. Yeah, that's
the
it.
End.
The end. And now give me the interesting bit. Tell me the fact now. I don't need a whole fucking rundown about the whole fucking Second World War again.
Yeah. There's a my reaction to that Simon guy might have been a bit hard, but the reason I got really, is as soon as you watch one of his videos, YouTube knows he has 27,000 channels and you can't get away from him. His face is just in your recommended feed, right?
Yeah.
And I just couldn't handle it. I was just like, fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah. He does have an incredible YouTube business strategy going on there.
He's got 4 writers and whatnot, a couple of editors, and they all run their channels and they just hand him the scripts and he just sits there for 4 hours a day in front of the camera doing his bit and everybody else does their part. And I
reckon he's got a bigger team than that, to be honest with you.
I'm just saying, but there's a team for each channel he has, right? And he just gets in front of the thing and holds the script and does his thing,
Yeah. So it must be pretty hard working on that channel. I mean, it's not like they would have our equivalent of a net, and we're going, oh, I'd like to do a video. No, I'm the one that does the videos.
Yeah.
Get back into your room and write me scripts.
Yeah,
but I'd like to be on it. No, I'm not. You're not going on camera. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Where's my Hello Fresh?
Or there's times when he's reading the script and then he stops reading it and he's talking to somebody off camera who we don't ever hear talk back or anything, and that got annoying to me too. So much meandering. And he must have looked at it beginning and gone, I have 3 paragraphs, but I need to make about 8 minutes out of this. So here we go, right?
ChatGPT. take this small paragraph and extend it into an 8-minute or 30-minute, maybe an hour. I don't know. Who cares?
All of them. Let's try it. Yeah. But there is, there's a lot of to me, that's manufacturing the content. And I try not to support that on YouTube because I want people to put the you in YouTube. I don't want formulated content because I still have television for that. Right?
Oh, hang on. I've lost my place now. Are we on page 37 of the script now?
Yeah. Yeah, hold on. The writing team just dropped from the VDO thing.
Shit.
Damn it. Yeah, okay, hold on.
I'll drop this. Oh, they dropped the script. It's all full. Oh, it's come out the ring binder now. It's all the papers all over the floor.
Yeah, my teleprompter isn't working either. We're going to have to ad-lib this part. Okay, let's rewind the stream and start
Fresh.
this again. 3, 2, 1, and... Okay.
Camel Toes. Tonight's sponsor. Yeah, when you're in the desert and you need your truck towed out of a ditch, go to Camel Toes because they'll tow anything out of a ditch.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, and it would be like an old Peugeot station wagon with a wrecker put on the back. Right?
Oh, excuse me. Oh, that's better. Right, no, it's not. Oh dear.
Well, okay.
How many interesting noises can Dunk make on the stream tonight?
I don't think interesting was the word you were looking for there.
That's why I'm going to mute again.
So I've got to get an order in for my son's supper. It's Sunday. It's pizza night. Well, we usually do that on Saturday, but yesterday he wanted to do, we went to the grocery store and got one of those rotisserie chickens and stuff. But tonight's pizza night, so I'm going to order him pizza here. And what we should
No, Dick, you're ordering HelloFresh. Shut up.
Yeah.
Remember how it's done.
Yeah. Felix, your supper will be here in 4 days, okay?
He can't hear you. He's on his Raycons.
Yeah, well, he can't hear anything then. You know? Yeah, he's still
Just
trying to get them to pair.
What, both of them?
Yeah. Well,
At
you
the
only
same
get one at
time?
a time, right? You know. My neighbor's got a set of Lenovo earbud Bluetoothy things. And as he's walking down the street, one will disconnect, then the other does. So he has to have his phone in his hand out of his pocket while he's walking to make them work. And that's like, but that defeats the entire purpose of everything, you know? We get so much junk served to us. It's not fun.
Yeah,
you know?
just go back to the 80s, get just great big ghetto blaster and put it on your show.
Yeah. So I'm gonna order my son's supper. We'll do a wrap up here, and I'll be hanging out for a bit in the Discord if anybody wants to join and hang out. And you know, when you join the voice chat in the Discord, if you don't want to talk, you don't have to. You can just mute and listen as if it's another show. You don't have to talk.
Oh.
Right? There's a little text chat.
I never thought of that.
Yeah. And there's a little text chat, and you can just put, hey, everybody, you know, I'm just here to listen. It's no big deal. Nobody cares. It's fine.
Hey, maybe it might be a movie night.
We could do a movie night.
Yeah, you haven't done that in ages.
I know, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Why don't we'll get together and we'll have a little.
Oh, hang on. Your server's busted, isn't it?
Well, I've got the backup running. We always have an extra Mac in the house. So, you know, I can do something still, right?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get the second. Okay, here. So, let's get to our.
So go over to the Discord and go and watch Space Milkshake with Dick and the gang.
Well, I don't know that will be the thing, but you know, we'll get yeah.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah. So let's see here. Big thanks to the crew. We've got Annette.
Annette.
Jesus Christ. We got Annette, CF Beauty. You know, she ran an awesome show earlier today with Commander McMillan. The Sunday show Beyond the Headlines is truly something you cannot miss anymore. We got PJ CNET running the research team with us now. Awesome stuff. Shayna Caldwell, Leslie Bow, Crazy Cat, and of course, Super Chat Matt. So thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thanks you all, you little buggies, and we'll see you all again soon. We'll be back on Tuesday for the 42 show. Hopefully my sniffles will be past it by then, but yeah, whatever. We'll struggle through. And we'd like to thank our sponsors tonight. Obviously Raycon, HelloFresh, and NordVPN for how much did you get? Yeah, 30 cents. Oh, and Ainley's. Oh, they love us.
Yeah.
Ainley's and Fist It, they always get it. And Camel Toes. If you need your truck dragged out of a desert, they're the ones. They're the guys for you.
Camel
So we'll see you next time,
baby.
next time, everybody. Kissy kisses, bye bye, and stay shilly.
Keep your stick on the ice.
Stick in a bus.